The engine is starting up.
For launch. GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom,
go. Pending final steps to cabin link check.
3, 2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Slow down, breathe deeply, reconnect with yourself and the universe.
Every week I say, gee, I think I might wanna work on the ending aspect of this. I am still trying to find a way that this is not in our way and doesn't cover us. So hold on, let me see if I can move this up here and voila!
Your magic.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just had to move that around. So welcome everybody to the Cosmic Cushion Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Susan Svanbeck. And then we have...
I'm Linda Nelson. Welcome and thanks for coming in. Be sure to participate in the chat. We got some fun things and serious things to talk about, and we'd love your input too.
Yeah, just reading over some of the information. I mean, some of it I didn't even know, and it was probably came from some of my era. But people are like, "Oh my God, how can you do like a podcast on, slang?" Well, slang isn't the way that it used to be. There are some serious, abbreviation type slangs. It's not like groovy, man, groovy, or dude, what's up, or sweet, things like that. We don't have all of that. Nowadays, it's a little bit more serious. So it would be a good idea, for parents, grandparents, uncles, great uncles, or whatever, to pay attention to what is happening. So the information we're sharing is taking it on the avenue. Of course, at the end, we have some really fun stuff Linda put together for us. So it's going to be fun to see the slang through the ages. But you guys will have to stay tuned to the whole show to see the end. So, that's that
Yeah.
type of thing. So, you got anything to say about slang?
I think we need a parent's guide to slang, but this is the closest we can come to right now.
Okay,
So
what
I
slang did
think this
you
is great.
use in your area?
Oh gosh. Besides cool, my mom used to use neato. She even when we were growing up. What's
Heidi says, "What's crack-a-lackin'?" I'm trying to remember if I even used that one. I know we use cool a lot.
yeah, cool was a big
Um,
one.
yeah, cool. Now it's
Oh,
awesome.
I'm just joshing.
Joshin?
Yeah,
Joking.
meaning
Joking.
yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
joking. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I was, I have like two generations separating my children. Because my youngest is oh god, he's what, 19 now? 19 or 20. And his generation's different than my older kids, which are in their mid to upper 30s. So when my son was talking to me, I was like, dude, English. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's like, I'm not one of your friends. I have no idea what you're trying to say. So, and that was
We
the biggest thing. I couldn't, it's like, I can't answer you if I don't have any clue what you're talking about.
we
So,
have 3 generations here, the same and all in
yeah.
one house. So there's a lot of, we don't understand and that look like the heck you talking
Said it
about?
straightforward, man. At least that you can understand some of the slang from back in our day, or back in your day, or even back in my parents' day. We can understand things like that. My babysitter, groovy, man, groovy. It's like, okay, we know that. There's no harm in that. But as you get older, and then having that youngest one there, or even grandparents right now that are trying to raise their kids, there's a huge generational gap there that they're going to look at you and go, what?
That's normal in this house, but among all of us to the others.
Yeah, I know it sounds funny because they're talking their English, but I had this habit of saying, speak English.
I said something yesterday, and I wish I had written it down because I forgot what it was, but it was one of those slang terms. And my granddaughter looked at me and she goes, "That's stupid. What are you saying?"
Yeah.
Oh my God. Don't be so judgy.
Yeah, it's like, hey, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Everything was, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Like, chill, chill. That was like
Yeah.
the next one younger than me was like, chill, man. Take a chill pill. But all of these are getting so elaborate right now, that because we didn't have, and this is the thing that I have to say, Gen Z is the fucking luckiest generation in the world. And I'm going to explain why. Because there was no cameras recording all
Mm,
the dumb stuff we did. You really had to be up there to afford a camera when we were teenagers. Most
yeah.
people did it. So we never got caught doing our stuff. Or that's fire. I don't know. I know there's a fire when you light it and it's on a candle, but what
Yeah.
does that's fire mean? Okay, we'll post this up here. That's fire. And again, even when you're talking, like I'm on the East Coast, you're towards what, the middle, the Midwest type.
I've been in the middle and I've been on the West Coast and I've been in Maryland, so New England. So
Yeah.
I've got things from all over that I kind of have
See, I've
picked up
just
a
been
little
kind
here
of
and
stuck
there.
here. But that's fire. Oh, okay. I understand this one.
Uh,
Hell
yep.
yeah. That one I understand. So some of them I will understand, but some I won't. The younger generations, like, I'm clueless. I am so
Yeah.
clueless. I'm sure I'm not the only one out here. That's bloody clueless is another one from Miss Heidi. So hello, Miss Cindy, as well. What's crack-a-lackin'? It's different too when you think about it, because I was like, there was a lot of bikies around me. It's just kind of, my parents rode motorcycles. It was just how we grew up. So even my slang terms would be different from somebody else's slang terms.
Right.
So even in the generation, but they're usually kind of together. But
Yeah.
this I thought would be a fun but serious topic all at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
and one of the reasons I think that it's so important is because it can be so dangerous for our children nowadays and grandchildren. So if they're talking in this code and we don't have a clue, but if we do, we can open up a conversation and keep our eyes open a little better.
exactly. Don't make the mistake of copying their slang. Just understand it and pay attention. Because the moment you copy their slang and you know what they're talking about, they'll change it on you. And they'll start saying something else that you don't get.
I tried to get my 22-year-old granddaughter and my 18-year-old grandson to participate in this by letting me interview them and just write stuff down. I said, you don't have to be in camera. I'm not going to quote your names or anything. And they're like,
No, because they don't want to let their secrets out. So, okay, what's going on? All right. Heidi says, I saw a meme that said, we need to bring back saying, what's crack-a-lackin'? Been waiting to say it ever since. I just saw this post. Awesome. Let's see. Miss Cindy says, hey there, I'm trying to think of things my kids say other than meh. Yeah, meh. What does meh mean? Is it like
mine
yes,
are always
no, maybe? What does it mean? Meh. It's not in the English dictionary. You know, literally, when I was a kid, my parents used to throw a dictionary. You find it in there? No, then you can't say it. That's what my it's like. If it's not in the
my grandmother
dictionary,
used to
it's not
say
a word.
meh.
What
She'd
is
say
meh?
meh. And she was what, like 2 generations past me?
What is
But
meh?
yeah, it was just like,
Is that I don't know?
whatever.
Help me. What does it mean? Like literally, or just grunts at certain. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
the
Meh.
grunts.
I literally. Does that mean I don't know? I don't feel like it. Is it literally meh? What does meh mean?
It's just whatever.
Yo, yeah, yo, dude. We used to
They
say,
drive
"Yo,
me
dude, what's
crazy.
up?" Yeah, yo.
They
But
drive
what
me
is
crazy
meh?
when they call
What
me
does it
dude.
mean? You
They'll
know,
say dude to me, and I'm like, I am not a dude. I'm a dudette.
that's they say, dude. I say, do that.
Yep.
Although, I was my father's favorite son daughter, so maybe it does kind of fit. So, he had to have a little boy. So, I used to do the carpentry with him downstairs. And I could go from doing
Fun.
carpentry with my father and working on stuff downstairs to upstairs to baking, cleaning the house, and could dress in a dress and go places. So I was my father's favorite son daughter.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, dude. Dude. Sweet. All
Yeah.
these things. It's like talking in Morse code. When you go beep, 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 beep,
Yep.
beep, beep, beep. All those, we don't know what that means, but they know what that means. So
Yes,
it's
they
like they come up with this code, but sometimes when you get into this particular type of code, there can be things that are dangerous, and there are things that we need to look out for. Now, with every kid in Tarnation having a phone, my kids didn't. It's like
Yep.
I was one of those. When they got older and they were a teenager, yes. Because I was still working doing this. So my son said dude a lot. Yes, dude. Dude, what's up, man? So, but we have we have all these things, but there are certain things, texts that these when you're getting all of this text language, this text abbreviations, they do mean certain things, and sometimes they'll talk in code, so this way they're scanning by the sensors. That's what it is, the sensors on particular sites, whether it's Facebook or whatever. TikTok, I think, is the famous thing that most of the young people talk on now is TikTok.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that going on. And I think, as parents, like I said, parents, grandparents, uncles, whatever, we need to be aware of certain things. I mean, of course, and when you're talking about it, it's a lot funnier because we have no clue what the hell they're talking about. And then, don't you listen to me? Yes, when you speak English, I listen. When you're talking gibberish, I have no clue.
True.
It is the truth. It really is. They think we don't understand them. Well, technically, no, we don't, because they're not speaking the English language from a dictionary. Now, this is my thought. If one of you younger people out there want to make a slang dictionary so we have a clue what the hell you're talking about, then I can say it's in a dictionary. Until then, talk regular English.
That would be popular, just like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes.
We need one of those for slang.
Yeah, so if somebody's looking to publish a book and has no ideas, we need a slang dictionary. And it needs to be updated constantly. So there's your writing forever.
Yep.
Because now you have to include the web. Now you have to include all this internet slang as well, not just talking slang from person to person, but more of it, like especially nowadays, is internet slang. Let's go over to the slides. We got slides.
Yay.
And this is what we're talking about, teen slang. And I probably should have changed the color down there, but yeah, some of it is, like I said, very risky, is what we're talking about. So modern teen slang is fluid, often non-literal, and spreads rapidly through social platforms. That's the problem. Focusing on patterns, tone, content, and how a term is used. Beats memorized every new word. Phrases like 6'7", 6'7" may single a joke or a meme rather than a numerical meaning. So treat slang or social signals is not. It's literally, it's very, very difficult. 6'7". Okay, that's what, somebody's height? When I see 6'7", okay, that's somebody's very tall. That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
And then there's people out there listening to, no, man, that's not it. What is it? Well, hopefully we'll find out in this. I don't remember. Ah, here it is. Take it away, Miss Linda, if you can read this one.
Yeah, I can. It's 6 to 7 looks like a height or number, but teens often use it as a playful, nonsensical interjection. Riz has no common literal meaning, yet signals charisma or flirting skill in social moments. Buzzin', literally nothing to do with buses or bees, used to mean something is extremely good, especially food. I can't read the next word, but...
Yeah, I can't either.
Okay. 6 to 7 is a light, joking cue. The tone, the face, and surrounding message tells you it's playful rather than a real metric. Riz signals confidence in flirting context, not a factual trait. Buzzin' communicates approval of taste or quality, not a transportation reference. Observing who says it and their facial. It's like anything, that context is so important, right? What's going on around them?
Yeah,
What does their
yeah.
face say?
And what if you have like an angry teen? No matter what they say, it's going to look angry.
Right.
If you have a teen that never finds a word serious, I mean, I've had it all. I've had an angry teen, and I've had a teen when I went to spank him in the butt, spit him in the butt. I couldn't do it anymore after that. He literally just said, "Thank you, ma'am. May I have another?" I was done. I was all done because he's a jokester, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't.
My son, I
could
tried
not
to do that to
stop
my
laughing.
son once.
Yeah.
And he jumped up and he goes, haha, that didn't hurt. And he ran out the door.
Oh my God. Yes, I watched one. They watched one too many movies, and it was, I just could not, because every time I went to, spit them in the butt, to not like beat them or bang them, like, slap in the ass. I couldn't do it because that's all I could think of was, my son saying, "Thank you, ma'am. May I have another?" And I was like, oh my God, I'm dying here. So now you guys are going to get that stuck in your head. So, so there's a lot of goofy things that actually can be done out here. But there's also red flag slang. In this one, just guys pay attention, because this literally is texting. A lot of this is texting. No, abbreviations like KMS or KYS often means kill myself or kill yourself. That's not good. Now, when paired with hopelessness, messages or withdrawal, they signal an urgent risk that require immediate attention. So we need to be careful of those. That's KMS and KYS. Now, DFT is another one because a lot of it is text. DFT can signal sexual activity or intent. The meaning depends on the age, context, or context and content, and dismissing it as a joke. Always pause and ask and seek support actually if needed. So these our children could be getting harassed on the phone or online by posting things, and we're not going to have a clue because to us
Yeah.
it just looks like a bunch of freaking things. Okay. All right, what is Heidi just say? See if I can read
Down
this.
to frolic. Down to frolic.
Down to frolic. Oh,
That seems kind of easy to figure out.
yeah, frolic. Yeah, let's frolic. Okay, but these like texting initial things, that's like these are the biggest red flags ones that I found was these right here. Need to be extremely careful of those. Let's see what's next. Come on. I pushed the button. Why aren't you going? You'll be in the pain in my butt.
Let me try.
There you go. I know, slang. I can't even understand computer slang right now.
It's all good. It's all good.
Sorry about the giggles over there. I forgot to take the giggles off. But hey. Okay.
So we've got decode and respond next.
Yep.
So you might pause for a second. Do not react harshly. Your calm tone invites disclosure and reduces defensiveness. And I think that's really highly important, and I need to keep that in my head. Observe. Read surrounding messages and note who sent the text and whether it's a group chat or a DM. Mm-hmm. Ask. Pose a neutral question that doesn't put them on the defense. I saw you texted 6-7. What does that mean? What does it mean for you? Then mirror, reflect their explanation to validate their feelings and keep the conversation open. Mirroring is, mirroring their body language, and you can also mirror that and then go into a calmer state, and then that'll encourage that conversation to keep flowing. And then decide if it's harmless. Leave it if it's leave it if it's concerning, with self-harm, risky behavior, illegal activity. Plan a calm talk, set boundaries, or seek appropriate help.
Yeah. And then that's the biggest thing, especially with, most teens will lock their phones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're not going to know exactly what's happening on their phone. So it's things that you need to be careful of. Hello, Z-Sun.
Yes.
So there's a lot of that actually happening. So let's see. And again, here's the thing. Most slang actually is harmless. It really is. Most, but not all. So harmless slang, many teams like buzzin' slang and no cap expression praise. Honestly, or mood. They use everyday chats. They signal how someone feels or what they're doing, not dangerous. Context clues determine whether or not it's playful language, is what it is. So, but warning signs here. I'm having one of those throat days. Warning signs. A small subset uses code language about self-harm. And again, we just discussed this. KMS, KYS. Sexual risk. The code is actually DTF. DTF. in a content. Now, a drug, and again, or a drug reference. So you need to be careful of that. Frequency, tones, withdrawal of sudden behavior, changes, and heightened sorry, heightened
It's okay.
urgency, and most require a follow-up, and that's what you need to look for. You need to like follow the content of how they're reacting, especially nowadays. What do they look like when they're reading the text? I mean, most of us as parents, grandparents, or even just any type of a relative or what, or even a neighbor, will notice the difference in their expressions when you see that. That's hard to hide, is the first expression of things that are actually happening.
I do have something I want to put in here, and I don't know the answer to it. But
Okay.
when we say seek help, outside help, who do we go to? Because most states will not allow you to just like have your child evaluated or more than a certain amount of time. And where do you go? I mean, do you go? I don't know who to go to.
There is, at least the way it was around here for me, and again, every area is different, but there was always one parent everybody would go to because they felt comfortable with that one parent. But that was back in our day. I
Yeah,
don't
that's true.
know if that is something that would still be appropriate right now.
And I think you saying that reminds me that when the pandemic happened, a lot of people went through a social withdrawal, and they probably don't. A lot of them don't have those people anymore, or those skills to seek that kind of help.
Yeah. It's tough. It was like I said, Gen Z, it was easier. There was always one house everybody hung out at,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
that's true. That's true.
So there was always something going on, but literally seeking, if you have a teen or a child that is going through something, if they have an older sibling, you can ask for help for the older sibling, which is always good, or a cousin around their age, just as a risk assessment, not to get them grounded, not to get them in trouble, but it's more a concern, a risk assessment, just trying to make sure that they're okay. So, and it's putting that up front right off the bat. The trouble would come to play when you have a loner. That's something you need to really watch the signs as a loner, especially if it's in a depressive state. When they get to that depressive state, yes, you can seek professional help. You can talk. You yourself, as a parent, can talk to the guidance counselor and try to find out what the guidance counselor knows. Some of them do keep up to date on the slang just so they can understand what their students are talking about. So
Good to
there's
hear.
always that avenue as well. So any other suggestions? That's all I got right now.
Yep. No, those are great. Those are
Yeah.
great.
All right.
So this one is on safety scripts. So one is low risk text. Hey, quick cue. When you said 6-7 earlier, what did you mean? I'm curious.
Yeah.
So you're not like coming at them. You're just asking a curious question.
Yeah.
2 is in-person risk. I noticed you use KMS in that chat, and I'm worried. Are you okay? Sometimes that's a good way to get people to open up. Just
Yeah.
ask them a question.
Yeah.
3, boundaries and safeties. If in imminent danger, remove access and seek counseling. Follow up with support.
Mhm.
That's probably a little tougher because you're going to end up with a very angry teen probably if you have to do that. But sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah.
And then 4 is professional escalation. If you suspect imminent self-harm, contact emergency services, there we go, or a mental health crisis line, and inform the team calmly while you're arranging for help.
Exactly.
So
I
you're-
mean, some
keep-
teens, they could be like cutters. There's a lot of cutters out there. That's a form of
you're-
self-harm.
And you're keeping that conversation open. You're letting them know what you're doing, and you're also at the same time letting them know that, hey, you care and you're worried about them.
Yeah. It's a tough thing to go through. So, and it's difficult for the parents as well as the teen going through it, because the parent will feel they failed, and the teen is like, well, nobody understands me. I need to feel something and control it. So they cut themselves. And that's like a psychological aspect of things that they're going through. They need to control the pain they're feeling. And the only thing they can control is the self harm. So, and that's what causes that to happen. It's like a control type thing that they do.
And this might be a good time to add in that a lot of times when you're looking for help for children, or when when I have, getting the family into counseling, getting ourselves into counseling will often help us deal with this so we can help our children better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could do the family counseling and letting the teen know, look, I feel I am not doing right by you. So I chose to go into family counseling and literally take the weight of it. This way the teen feels like, okay, well, my mother's crazy, so I'll go to counseling with her type thing. I'd rather have them think that, than anything else. Yeah, I'm crazy. Okay, come on, let's go. Yeah, whatever works is the way that I'm actually looking at it. Okay, this is caregiver compass. This is a compass that always faces north, by the way. Okay, you have the lens to see why slang bends meaning and when ambiguity signals. Oh my God, I put too many big words in this one.
You did great.
Signals and a potential concern. Now, you can interpret common terms like 6-7, Riz, buzzin', no caps, and aura, and of course, spot code phrases. That's easy. That may signal harm. Now, distinguishing playful banter from language that actually keeps respectfully checking. You just have to keep checking. Apply a short, respectful process and ask about concerning words and respond with care and trust. In other words, don't automatically accuse like a girl of, oh my God, what did you do with that dude? No, don't do that. You need to you need to separate emotionally. And this is what I tell people when I am counseling them, sometimes, especially with your kids, you need to separate your own emotions in order to get to the bottom of what's happening. If your teen wants to go off in a banter, how everything's your fault, take it, absorb it. Okay, let's go find a way to work it out. Let's talk about this. Let's, go into counseling and stuff like that, just so I can see where you're coming from. So if you're taking the weight more on yourself because you feel it's your fault, it's usually they'll open up a little bit more. So not always.
Takes the pressure off of them. Yeah. Yes.
Sometimes you'll have teens that go, cool, it's your fault, I'm out. I'm like, no. Not happening. Okay, we're going to get into some fun stuff here. And again, this ran pretty freaking fast, I'll tell you. We went through these pretty fast. Okay, this is a fun one. This is generational. So let us know if you guys have heard any of these, because Lordy knows I haven't.
I'm going to open this up because I can't read it.
Go right ahead.
Hopefully that's a little better.
Okay.
So we've got, and I do not know why I can't.
I can read
1920s to 1930s.
Yeah.
We have 23 Skiddos.
Skidoo.
And the bee's knees, which I remember grandparents and great grandparents, and the cat's pajamas.
Bee's knees is the way of saying cool. I'm trying to remember. Cat's pajamas is, oh God, I don't know.
I think that's cool too. I think
it?
it's similar, yeah.
It's similar. Huh. Okay. Next we have. Go ahead.
I was just thinking you could say like those are the cat's pajamas. Maybe, something.
I don't know.
So 1960s to 70s. Oh, there's quite a jump there.
Yeah.
We had groovy, far out, right on, and dig it. That was, when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So
I know
those I get. Then we jumped to 1980s, radical or rad, tubular. I remember hearing that. Gnarly, man, and totally.
See, I never spoke any of those.
My kids did.
I never did.
My kids did.
Groovy.
So
Gnarly. No, I just never did. What?
not me either, but
Yeah.
1990s, all that. Talk to the hand. I remember my kids doing that to me a couple of times. Talk to the hand. They didn't want to talk about something.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like may. How do we say that? I don't know.
Da-bomb.
And bomb means really cool. And so then we get to the 2000s, and we've got faux shizzle. The only thing I can think of like that was Laverne and Shirley when they said shizzle a lot.
Oh
and
my God.
That's hot.
Okay.
Oh my God. And
Which is OMG.
ROFL. I remember when I didn't know what ROFL, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy when I would ask questions, but rolling on the floor laughing.
Yep.
And then we were up to 1910s and the 1920s. Lit goat, stay no cap, Riz, or it's giving. Riz we learned earlier, but I didn't know any of these.
Now, does lit mean that somebody is drunk? Because if they're lit, they're drunk, right?
We used to say that, yeah. Shizzle my nizzle is Snoop Dogg. Oh, interesting.
Oh, faux sizzle my nizzle. Huh. See, I don't know what any of that stuff means. I really don't.
If you guys know the answers to some of those, pop it in the chat.
I didn't even know this. Touch the grass. Okay, and then once I read it, I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. It's touch grass usually means it's a reminder that there's a whole world outside, which when we were kids, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to say go outside. We used to go, my God, you got to go in. Oh no, we would die.
Yeah,
we don't want to go in.
We were always
now
outside.
It's like, dude, go out. It's like
no leaves. You had whatever. We were outside as much as we could get out there.
Oh my God, it's pretty bad when you have to remind kids to go out. Literally. It was like being grounded was staying in the house and not having use of a phone. I had a kid grounded for a month over something he did.
Thankfully, we have dogs that have to go outside and girlfriends that they want to call in private, so that gets them out a little bit.
Oh my God, that's funny. Touch the grass. I thought that was a cute one because
I like that one.
I didn't really think of this. Now this one, I had to have it because of the little ghost because it was so freaking cute. I'm dead. Which when people say I'm dead, usually to me it would mean they're sick, right?
Right.
All right. Well, it's not that though. Go ahead.
Oh, me. Okay. I am going to open this up again. I will put it right back down after I'm done reading.
No problemo.
So I'm dead is an expression of extreme amusement when something is so funny or so absurd that the speaker has metaphorically died from laughter. Deceased, I am deceased. Now, my sister does that to me all the time. She's only 5 years younger, but I think she picked it up from her kids. And so context, when that is used when witnessing something hilariously unexpected, a fail, a meme, an absurd moment, or a perfectly timed chaotic event. One of the things my sister would be, I'd tell her about some kind of annex that somebody in the house or one of the animals did, and that's when she would say, I'm dead. And then the usage can appear alone, as an I'm dead, or with context. Intensity scales with punctuation, more skull emojis, more deceased. The dog moment. Did you see the dog fall off the couch in slow motion? I am dead. Mom energy. My mom just sent me a meme from 2009. I'm dead. And he called the avocado the green egg. I am literally deceased. I'm dead because regular laughter just doesn't cut it.
Huh. Yeah, see, that was the things that I literally, whoa, I'm like talking in fast motion. Okay, slow down. I just had a real weird moment there. Did you see me? I was, you're frozen now. Miss Linda, Where is you? Faux frizzle, my
Where's
nizzle
she
for sure.
lost? Oh, it's
There you
me.
are. For
I
real,
thought it
my
was you.
friend. There you go. No, I did hesitate. I went, one of those
Yep.
Max Headroom moments. I did one of those. So,
Yep.
but yeah, that the last one I can't really say on the air, but yes, my kids said that a lot. So,
Right.
um,
So there's so many. There's so many, and we're gonna all think of more when we get off of this
yeah,
live.
it's just trying to pay attention to whatever your kids are actually talking about. Mine are all away from the nest. So the only translations I have to worry about right now are my grandchildren because my children will now talk to me in dictionary English,
That's true,
which
right? That
is
is true.
weird. Does that
They
happen to
grow up,
anybody
and
else?
yeah,
When
they
they're
grow up.
living with you, they're talking in code. Then when they leave the nest and they call and talk to you, they use dictionary English.
Are these the same children? I was
I
like,
know it could be. Maybe the aliens said, you need to learn the English dictionary.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. So the whole thing is just the concept in and itself is just so whacked.
yeah.
Whacked. There's another
And
one.
we can
Whacked.
another source that we can use. We can always go online and message our friends that have kids that maybe have heard these things before. That's a
Yep.
good resource. If our kids see us asking on our social media, they may get a little embarrassed. So we want to be careful that we
Unless
don't
we're in a private
like
chat
expose them
room,
to
a private
any kind
group.
of thing that'll make them feel ridiculed.
Yeah. But what if we make a private group or someone makes a private group and we can title the private group to say, "What did my teen
Oh
just
my
say?"
goodness.
I can hear you just fine. You're here. I'm here. What is up with this? It could be the rain outside that's destroying everything. I was hearing you. Are you there? Oh, we lost Linda there for that. She's back.
I don't know what is going on over
I have
here.
rain happening over here. So I've got a bunch of rain. It's kind of downpouring on and off over here. So
Yeah,
that's
the weather sometimes.
yeah. And then a lot of people out in the Midwest that are hitting that desert zone saying, "Send it this way."
Oh yeah, I want some
Yeah.
up here. It's like a desert here, but we did have some a few days ago, and that was
Yeah.
really nice. I went out and stood and just like felt it and was very grateful.
We get a lot of rain here. I'm just so used. It's New England, you get used to the sudden weather changes over here all the time. So, but as I
So
was saying,
talking about some of these,
go
oh,
ahead.
go ahead. You go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I was just thinking about how, different parts of the country or even different parts of the world have different sayings.
Yes.
Like my daughter's boyfriend that she had for a while, um, the person that's been Heaven's dad as far as she, acting as her father.
Yeah.
I said one time we were all over there having a picnic at his house, and I said something about it's raining cats and dogs, and he just looked at me like, what? They didn't have any kind of thing like that in his
Uh,
language to mean cats and dogs. So he was literally picturing cats and dogs falling out of the sky and wondering why I was saying that. So it can
so
be other cultures too.
yeah, it can. Other cultures or even in the United States going from one area to another. Like we'll have different terms up here, and then the Midwest has different terms over there. So which is kind of, it's
New
whack.
York,
Yeah.
Boston, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York is kind of a bit of a drive for me. I'm more in the armpit of Massachusetts. That's literally where I'm at. I'm in the
You got
armpit of Mass, and it stinks. So, talk to the
if you go
hand.
to
The space
Boston, you
don't
talk different too,
understand.
right?
Huh?
If you go to Boston, they're a whole different thing
Yeah, it
too,
takes
right?
about 2 hours to get to Boston. So, but here's the thing: when you're driving in Boston, they don't give two poops. Okay. They don't, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. They don't give a shit how you get there from point A to point B. They'll confuse the hell out of you. They don't care.
Mhm.
You have to go forward, to go backwards, to go left, to go right, just to go straight, to hit a U-turn. I'm telling you.
I had
But
just
when you go to New York, they label it. Okay, this is how you get here. This is how you go here. This is how you go here. Boston is saying, "Ha, we got you guys good."
when I first got my
Oh,
license, I had to go through the Boston airport. Was it Logan? I think.
yes.
Is that the one? I had to go drop or pick up somebody's mother for them, and I had
Yeah.
not had my license more than a month. And I was like driving in circles around there. It took me forever.
Yeah.
It was very
Oh,
confusing.
it is. It's a very hard thing. And then I think there was a meme up there that talked about that. So, yep. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. People who say my friend or bro all the time
Yep.
is so annoying.
Yep. I'm not your brother.
Yeah. Dude, are we related and I didn't know?
Yep.
So, yeah, it's just it I don't know, the whole thing is just it's very confusing. All I can tell you is, you know, been there, done that. I'm really awesome that my kids have, done very good for themselves. But I'm very thankful that I don't have to translate, you know,
Yes.
supposed wannabe slang anymore. I was like, I'm a little clueless on that. It's
When I lived in Maryland, I lived in the Tri-Cities area between by DC, and
right.
I was very surprised and in culture shock when everybody would come in the store, because I used to be a meat manager, and they'd come in and they'd say, "Call me hun" or "sweetie," and I'd be like, "What? That's kind of icky." But I didn't grow up around there, but they all did it. I grew up in New England, and New England, I don't know, or more,
It was different for me because
I don't. I suck it.
oh, you're stuttering again. This has got to be the storm that's causing it. Could be my Wi-Fi because things are running off on
Yeah,
me
it's
right
weird.
now. Yeah, it's got to
It
be
looks like
because
I'm connected, so I don't.
yeah, I can hear you just fine.
It says
So,
I'm
but
connected.
it's there's a lot of there's a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of
you just wanted to
yeah,
reconnect.
I
I
know.
don't know what
Sorry,
is going
but
on. This is crazy.
it's the storm. We're dealing with it. I have a storm behind me, and I logged into the restream first. So, let's see. We have oh my god, what the heck is this one? This one says Riz Charisma, baby, you're so smooth.
Oh wow,
Does that mean
I
they
hadn't heard that
shave?
one.
So they shave their legs, right? Is that what it is? They're smooth now.
I think it probably is something else, but
Yeah. So did you type not sure what's going on here? Was that you?
yep, I did
Okay.
because I'm like, yeah, we were in and out here. I don't. I have no
It's
idea
got to
what's
be the
going on
storm
around here.
behind me. It really does. So, even if we have to end this early, there's nothing I could do because I do have a storm behind me. But next week, we were thinking about talking about self esteem and how to help individuals bring your self esteem level up because that's really important. And after we talk about your self esteem, I was thinking about positivity.
Yeah, I
Definitely
like both of
positivity.
those. I'm looking forward
And
to them.
then there was one more topic here that we had picked, and I can't remember what it is.
A Halloween one
Nope, Halloween's next month. I screwed that one up. There
for
was
this
one more
one.
topic. So, connecting with your spirit guides will be the next 3 shows. That was your
That'll
idea.
be great.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's the next 3 shows that we will have. Let me block that one.
Oh, thanks, Kevin. Riz means cool cat, smooth or charismatic.
Oh, I thought. Never mind.
Oh,
Smooth.
the
Scalp
cat's
shaved,
meow
earth
too.
shaved. I don't know.
Remember the cat's meow?
The cat's meow. I still have no idea what that means. The cat's meow. Usually
Good.
they do
It's
that when they're
good.
hungry. Meow. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I mean, some of them just make us laugh. I mean, if we can have a sense of humor on some
Yeah,
of these
you
ones
have
that are
to.
less
I mean,
serious.
you have to. Especially being a parent, you have to have a sense of humor because it's so more difficult now than what it was because
Oh,
now
grief.
we have social media when you're not seeing or hearing or anything. There's no phone connected to the wall where you're picking it up to pretend you're making a phone call just so you can hear what's going on and say, oops, sorry, I didn't know you were still on the line. And then you hang it back up. You can't do that anymore. Like, no, because, hey, this isn't connected to anybody else. So, yeah. So it's a bit difficult as far as that. All right, guys, I think considering I keep stuttering and stopping and the storm is ramping up outside, she's got Riz. She's got Riz. Charisma. Oh, Riz, charisma. Now I get it.
I like that. I'll have to remember to say that if I ever date again.
Riz. Love that song, Smooth. I've never heard of a song called Smooth.
It's Smooth Operator.
Oh, Smooth Operator. Okay.
I don't know if that's the one she's talking about.
Could be. That's the only one I can think of. All right, guys. So we're going to actually call it because we keep stuttering and everything else. And again, that's probably because I got a storm going on out back. So, but
it's all good. But it was nice.
Yeah, you got to know what
it was nice to spend time with you guys.
So we keep, let's see. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow to all of the Rift Nation Network channels. And any last thoughts or words here?
Just, I hope you've had fun. We wanted to do something a little more lighthearted this time. I think we had a good mix of serious and fun. If somebody you think would get something out of this, even just to some joy, feel free to share it. But thank you all for being here.
And don't forget, if you see a child or even a parent who's having some issues and doesn't understand what's actually happening, help them out. So definitely help them out. No, like Matchbox 20, maybe. I listened to some of their stuff.
Oh, that was a band.
Yes, Matchbox.
Yeah, it was a band.
It's not somebody with 20 matchboxes, so,
Hopefully you guys have had fun.
That's all it's about. So I got to say peace out, guys.
Thank you.